you're gonna want to do a few more oil changes than regular. I would say, from what I've heard, some Russians I've talked to, mechanics on Facebook, have said 3,000 miles. I think that's overkill. I think 5,000 miles is probably good. I haven't done a used oil analysis. Maybe someone should. It makes sense though that the oil would be a little bit more, I don't know, tighter. Because basically, like, from stock, the non-AMG engines are very relaxed, right? And the tuning kind of, you know, kicks them up a notch, sort of more like where a Jaguar engine is stock, maybe a little more. So yeah, on a modern Mercedes, something like M278 or above, like, you know, since basically in my mind, this is probably not really great for me to say, but in my mind, when they went from the V12 bi-turbos, that's kind of when they started with these new engine designs, you know, blue efficiency. I know some of the superchargers are really cool too, but this is kind of a tutorial, a video, if you will, about how to change an oil on an engine that really is designed for one of these top oil changes. All right, so you're going to want something like this. I chose this guy. He's from EWK, along with some of my other tools, like the if you watch my spark plug video, that tool is also an EWK tool. The reason why I chose this guy is he can be powered off of like an air compressor or by hand pump. And so, you know, air compressors are awesome. I really loved the one I had before. My ex-girlfriend, I think, gave it away to someone else for mowing her lawn. But that's neither here nor there. As of right now, I'm using the hand pump portion. So this is nice because it has both. There are some really super heavy duty ones that only use an air compressor. And then there's some that only use a hand pump. And this is kind of a good medium. I use Mobil 1 0W40 European car modal formula, whatever. It is approved for a lot of Mercedes. Double check, of course. But basically, you're gonna put this guy in here, put him into here, put this guy here, pump it up. Let me tell you what you're not going to do. Do not remove this thing or this thing before this is completely depressurized. Depressurize this and then start disconnecting. Ask me how I know. You will get an oil. You know what? Let me not say this on video. But yeah, don't do that. You're going to want to take this part here, and then this tabs down over here. And then under here is the where you change the oil filter. So yo, it is super hot. I'm just gonna let this do this thing here. Check out this beautiful view. I really do like this though. Honestly, I really don't like changing the oil right here because of that. It's so beautiful. So I like this method. I know some old school guys are gonna say you gotta drop the pan. If you're doing every 3,000 to 5,000 miles with synthetic, I think, you know, this method is probably less intrusive to the engine and all the different plugs and like all the wrenching. You know, a really good mechanic once told me the less an engine is worked on after the factory, it's better. You know, it's not, you know, he said you don't really want a lot of people working on a car. And I think that holds pretty true. So here we go. After we change that oil out, we're going to give it about 10-15 minutes to drain. We're going to take note of how much came out. I'm going to put about the same amount back in. These engines are a little bit difficult to get the right level at when they are hot, because they actually read a little more than full when they're hot. So that's another thing you could do, is you could like fill it to about a little less than full, like 3/4. Then I guess the next day when it's cold, maybe bring it up to, you know, wherever you feel comfortable bringing it to, 0.9 or whatever, all the way up, whatever you do. Yeah, and then I'll probably do a video about the check valve on here. I don't know if I'm going to do it myself. I think I'm going to talk to Mercedes about doing it, because it does sound a little bit. There is a check valve for the M278s, where some of the early ones can lose a little bit of oil pressure. But as for right now, this is the video. This is how you do an oil change. It's pretty relaxed. I think this is probably done right now. I guess I'll cut and have a little short video about like this part. But yeah, this is about done. All right, this is feeling good. So again, don't take anything apart until this is depressurized, even if you don't think it is pressurized. I'm gonna get her done. I'm gonna be very gentle with these because they can rip. And then I'm gonna take the oil filter out here and replace it. And I'm not getting under the car. I'm not jacking the car up. I'm not getting dirty. The environment's not getting dirty. So this is how I would do it. And I've been doing this since you know, the AJ-V8 engine on Range Rovers, and it's really not bad. Filter will look like this once it comes out. I'll have to clean that up, and you kind of want to do it slow and steady. If you do have this, you know, set up first, if you're drained first, make sure you undo the vacuum, because you'll be working against it here. Put the new filter in. You might want to put a little bit of oil in there. I've heard a lot of mechanics say it's very nice to do. And yeah, let me go get a new filter. Let's put it in.